As much as I love me some visibility, visibility in of itself does not pay the bills. And so I'm going to teach you today exactly how to maximize all that visibility, all that traffic that you're sending, because that's what you really want at the end of the day. You want visibility to increase your bottom line, right? And so we are going to talk exactly how to do that today. I'm asking you to get visible every single day because let's be honest, visibility builds trust. It drives traffic. But if we aren't maximizing the revenue potential, right? We're not maximizing that traffic, then you're leaving massive amounts of money on the table, and that is doing no one any good. And if I don't teach you that visibility is more than just showing up on video, but also driving traffic to your offers, then I am doing you a disservice. Visibility is the catalyst that's going to get you there. But there's still things that we can do to maximize revenue and stop leaving money on the table in the back end. When we don't maximize everything that we do in our business, meaning not doing more work, right? What I want you to do is maximize every single action that you take. We're going to talk about that today. This is a shortened version of stream, stack, and scaling and how you can do this in your own business today. The first thing we're going to talk about today are streams. So what are streams? This is hidden revenue. This is where you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. For example, we want to find revenue that is literally already sitting in your business. So it's already there. You've just missed it. This is not about starting from scratch. This is about utilizing things that you've already created, or maybe just maximizing something that you're already doing. I want you to look at low barrier streams, things like Telegram coaching, things like Q&A sessions in a group or one-on-one session. I've even seen coaches have pick my brain calls and they decide at the beginning of the month how much time they can spare, and they put those up where people can schedule them and pay for them right there. It's very low commitment, but it's also a way to increase your revenue. Depending on what you do, you can create an audit for social media, for marketing. You can create an audit if you're in the financial services, if you are an OBM, if you are a COO, right? There's tons of things that you can do in an audit situation where you can give tips on improvements, but they can actually upsell and hire you to do it for them. These are low barrier systems that I want you to execute. Think about templates, swipe files, or maybe things you've created for containers that can be sold as one-offs that you don't need to recreate. The truth is, you know some stuff, but it's time to monetize the stuff that you know and that expertise beyond just your main offer. The second thing we want to talk about today is the stack. This is multiplying the yeses that you get. Meaning, if someone is ready to say yes to you, whether it's a freebie or a paid offer, give them the opportunity to either say yes to something else, or the answer is always no. There's two things that I love in this instance. Number one, if we're doing a free offer, always offer a tripwire. So what is a tripwire? It's simply just on the thank you page or the confirmation page. It's just an offer. It may align with the thing that you're giving for free, but it's an opportunity to stack. I drove traffic to this freebie. They've gotten a freebie, right? And here's an opportunity for them to purchase something if they want. They don't have to, but it's there. But guess what? If there's no tripwire or there's no offer after the freebie, guess how many people are buying something from you in that moment? Zero. A big fat zero. It is 68% easier to sell to a current customer. So let's say, for example, someone comes to your site, they purchase something from you, and that's all you have, right? That's the only thing. It's just one offer. That's it. We love order bumps for this. Also, we can do one-time offers. We can do upsells and downsells, but minimum having an order bump. It's just a little check in your checkout. They check it and they add it on. It makes the program or the offer or the course or the template, whatever it is they're buying, this maximizes the value. So it's like an easy yes, like, of course I want that. That's going to make XYZ easier. So when we take this stack, right? And we're always adding other opportunities. It's an opportunity to increase our income or also stack our income. For example, when you go to the grocery store, what's around you when you check out? Gum, candy, things that you don't have on your list, but it's like catching your eye at the moment. That is the grocery store's order bump. The last minute things that you can grab, the 3 times the price water, right? All of that is right there at checkout to get you to say yes and add more to your total. If there was nothing when you went to the checkout except put your groceries up there, you wouldn't buy it. But if it's there, there's way more opportunity that you're going to say yes, and so is your person. And the last thing I want to talk about is scaling. Scaling, in my definition, means that we get more results from something without spending more time on it. Very simple, like taking this YouTube video, right? And creating short form video, a podcast, a blog post, all out of this, meaning I'm spending 1 unit of time to create this and I'm going to maximize it to its full potential. Think of this as many of us started out our businesses, and maybe you still do, doing one-to-one models. And one way we can maximize is to move to a one-to-many model. So maybe going from one-on-one coaching to group coaching. You serve more people in an hour call than a one-on-one. So one-to-many models can look like courses. It can look like memberships, evergreen courses, digital assets like books. But I want you to build a visibility system that keeps your streams and your stacks flowing constantly so that you do not have to live on social media. And so that everything you do when it comes to visibility is maximized. Scaling is about freedom and letting your visibility work harder than you do. Think of your business like a fruit. Visibility is the sunlight that makes the tree grow. If you don't have streams, you're only picking the fruit that is actually there in that moment. If you don't stack, you're throwing away those seeds that could produce more and more and more fruit. And if you don't scale, you're spending every day hand-picking that fruit, hours and hours a day, instead of building a system that harvests the fruit for you. If you really want to build a system as you're driving all of this visibility that stream, stacks, and scales, check out my program, Stream, Stack, and Scale, which is going to help you do exactly that in your business, give you so many ideas that will blow your mind and help you stop leaving all this money on the table. Every day that you delay creating streams, stacking, and scaling, you're delaying your dreams and you're diluting your impact, and nobody wants that. I'll see you inside of Stream, Stack, and Scale.